Rolling.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Oh, man.
Don't stress it. Just go.
Go. Just go.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Manga Panel podcast. We're here for another episode this week because we're just so excited to talk about Chainsaw Man Part 2. I am Trent. I'm here with Key.
Yo.
And I'm here with Aiden, or Lincoln.
Hello. Yeah, we're doing a little special one because we're dying to talk about Chainsaw Man. So much so, we couldn't even wait for Bo. So we're here. Instead of Bo, we have actual just pictures replaced of him. We have like he's replaced by pictures for this episode. So
yeah.
So yeah, you want to start us off? Talk about obviously like let's do a little like pregame.
I think
let's talk a bit before. You know.
I think it would be good to just go over general how we feel about it. And first off, I am ecstatic. I read this at work, and I was like having to keep in my assignment at my little cubicle. I was sitting there just jittering, like so happy.
Oh yeah.
Because I had 2 years to think about what this could be, so I was like anticipating a lot. So I'm glad that it's 10 out of 10. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Trent, obviously, for those who don't know, Trent is a big Fujimoto
huge fan. Fujimoto fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say he's your favorite mangaka, or like
I would. I think I would. I don't think he's my favorite alone. Like it's really hard to say that.
Yeah. No.
But
definitely.
he's one of my favorite. Like I have one or two people at my favorite spot, and he's one of them.
And
that's reasonable. Yeah. I bet if Solid Snake was a mangaka, he'd be your favorite.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
That made no sense.
When he does the thing, when he does the thing in the video game series that I've only played 2 games of, that's really cool.
When he's naked, Snake.
Oh shit!
But we're getting obviously sidetracked a little bit.
Very sidetracked, yes.
So yeah, Chainsaw Man comes back with I'm excited. I was excited. It's been definitely over a year since I read Chainsaw Man all the way through. So I've been anticipating it for a while. Actually, whenever the only time I can correlate it was before the volumes came out. That's when I had finished it like a couple weeks before the volumes started coming out. So however long that's been, which has probably been a while because they took forever to come out.
Yeah,
and so I definitely had a lot of time to sit on it.
Volume 11 just came out like not that long ago, and that was the last bit of Chainsaw Man that we had.
I think they're coming every 2 or 3 months or something, so it was definitely at least a year for sure.
And I still don't have anywhere close to
I have 1 and 3. And then for whatever reason 2, 3, 4 in German.
In German.
I was such a big fan, I had to get it in German. Daistun Power.
As for me, I think Chainsaw Man's a really great series. It hasn't quite grazed my top 10, but it's definitely in my top 20. Haven't read a lot of other stuff by Fujimoto, except for, of course, the one shot that was from not that long ago.
Oh, which one? Was it? Because
it was the one we just got. Not the one that we just got.
Oh, Goodbye.
It was the song.
Oh, yes. Duh.
You guys completely forgot about that one. God
no. I was like,
the other 2 are just so much better. That's why I thought you were talking about those.
All right, fair enough. I think it's really cool that we finally got another chapter. I wasn't like breathing like any kind of Chainsaw Man news that came my way and like shooting it directly in my veins or anything like that. But I think it's great that we finally got it, and I'm excited to see what happens now because, as we all know, Chainsaw Man is definitely one of like the most like shock factor and most bizarre and wild series to come out in recent years, and to see it back in action is it's really good.
And just to see also how highly anticipated it is. Like as I read it, I remember like just watching Chainsaw Man start to take the internet by storm.
Yeah.
I feel like Chainsaw Man is one of the first manga that has a bigger that has such a big fan base before it even has an anime. It has an enormous fan base already. And doesn't even have an episode of an anime, only like a minute and 30-second trailer. So it's crazy. It's crazy huge already. And so this was hugely anticipated. I read somewhere that the first chapter, already within 24 hours, or something like that. No, it was within like 4 or 5 hours since the chapter dropped or something like that. It had over 700,000 views on the Jump Plus app, and I think it already breached 1 million, which is crazy. I think that's one of the single most fastest viewed chapters ever. That's that's huge. That's huge deal. Like everyone's talking about it.
Just scrolling through Twitter today was insane because the new character that we're going to talk about shortly, within minutes, art of her. People were just dying to make art of her. And I even saw like a 4-second animation. Like someone who made a whole animation.
I know. I saw that too. That was nuts. Dude, these people are faster than the Pokemon DeviantArt artists. I swear to God. Every time a new girl shows up in Pokemon, it takes like 3 seconds. Not even. For someone to come with some freaking high quality art.
You got the fucking Rohan Kishibe's coming out the woodwork, just drawing up shit so fast. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, let's dive into the actual chapter itself. It opens with a chicken making puns.
It does open with a chicken with making egg puns, and he's wearing a little bow tie, which is crazy.
Date's gonna be the Chicken Devil. And I think it's just hilarious that the Chicken Devil is so small and literally pointless because nobody's scared of chickens except for a 5-year-old me being scared of roosters.
I will say it. I've taken care of chickens before. They are terrifying. This devil should be a little bit stronger, I think.
A little bit. We'll see about that later, but
Rooster Punch has some words to say.
This is just. I got a question, Phil. Do you think this is like a Devil Hunter's school specifically, or I think it's just like an average school with
I think it's just a regular high school.
I thought it was normal.
Yeah, because they play soccer.
Are you sure?
Yeah, if you're a Devil Hunter, you're not allowed to play soccer.
Yeah, you play Kick the Demon.
Yeah.
And then obviously on page 3, or I guess 4 and 5, we get a look at our new character, protagonist, antagonist. We don't actually know. And this chapter gives us, I feel like this chapter gave me so many different feelings for who this character may be or what they may mean for the story. And we'll probably dive more into that as we go through the chapter. But yeah, this is our new character, Asa Mitaka. Mitaka, I think that was her name. And she is a little edgy. You can't have a Fujimoto manga without a little bit of edge, which is a little.
No, he's definitely writing a new character that's definitely gonna cut some people if you get too close. Just like breathe the same air as this person, then you're fucking dead. But we're gonna get into that later. We're trying to go page by page, I think, with this, or we're just having like a free form.
We'll just kind of go through and we'll talk about moments as we kind of like end up on them. But
it's just because like a lot of the like craziest shit happens at the end.
Yeah.
If we're going like page by page, I mean, there's not a ton to talk about.
No, just minor things. Some interesting things. Obviously, like go ahead, Trent.
Yeah.
Something I found interesting was the panel. This might be skipping a little bit too much, but the panel where she's curled up in bed and says, "I want to die." Like it felt very much like the first chapter of Chainsaw Man Part 1. With Denji curled up with Pochita.
For sure.
Yeah, so like, speeding through this part a little bit. Obviously, we get our first mention of Chainsaw Man on the next page here, on page 89.
Yeah, the Chainsaw Man curry bun or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And she, obviously, like, we get, like, the sense that obviously she has some, like, she's a little scarred because she lost, resentment's a way better word. Because she lost her family to devils, so obviously just can't really get behind like devils. That's why she hates the chicken so much, and why she like just obviously isn't a big fan of Chainsaw Man, which is crazy.
Especially the idolization of him.
Yeah, especially so.
Dude, like this man's got his own kind of meat bun.
Yeah, he's
his
like
logo and everything.
He's a celebrity.
He's a bona fide hero. Because from the last chapter, like you remember, everyone was starting to revere him as a hero, but. Forgive me if I'm incorrect about this, but doesn't that mean that Chainsaw Man also gets weaker because people are liking him more than fearing him? Isn't that how that works?
That is true. That was Makima's grand plan to beat him in the fight, and then he said, "Don't care." Actually, I'm better than you.
But no. Before we like move on to more of the other stuff, what do you think of the this character in general? Like, do you think that it'll be a character that's gonna be long lasting? Gonna play a big role, or is it just gonna be some kind of weird Fujimoto shit where they set up this character to have this big role, and then she's fucking dead in the next 5 chapters?
I mean, like obviously Fujimoto, you just gotta be careful. You can't really get attached because maybe this character phases out Denji, and Denji ends up dead in the manga, or like kind of like takes over his spot or something. You know, you never really know with
Fujimoto's crazy.
Yeah, it's just it is nuts. But she's like really interesting. Obviously, her view on the world is very conflicting.
Melancholic.
Yeah, very melancholic, especially to especially to oppose to Denji. She has a lot of similarities to Denji in this chapter, but obviously her motivations oppose him. So,
I just like that she's just kind of pessimistic towards literally all of her classmates. Literally just like drop dead. She saw a couple being all lovey-dovey on the stairs.
Yeah,
that's wild.
And which like is a great time to jump towards. I think it's page 16 and 17.
16 and 17. Oh, we're just skipping straight over all the funny haha chicken moments.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not gonna eat the chicken. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's good. He's got a great sense of humor. Very slightly morbid.
A little bit morbid. Just a little.
Yeah.
They're playing soccer with a chicken. This is how insane this world is now.
a chicken devil. Not even like just
devil.
And yeah, this panel here on 17 where we've got Bucky and comes asks Asa. We get her name for the first time in 17 pages, which is kind of crazy on its own. Or 18. Yeah, I don't know, 17. And then we get this cute moment on the next page. Kind of cute. Interesting. It's, we'll talk about it. Where she, like, has this whole revelation. Maybe devils aren't that bad. Because, like, he went out of his way to remember her name. And, like, nobody does. And,
also the fact that she's just jealous of everyone.
Yeah, she just kind of, like, she comes to that realization that she was just jealous. And then...
Oh no!
Oh,
Bucky, no!
All right, Kurt. You said you had like a whole 10-minute spiel for this, so let's hear it.
Oh, no, that's not the 10-minute spiel. I just want to say this is the hardest I've laughed at a manga in a while. I flipped the page and like my whole like fucking mouth was open, eyes popping out of my eyes. Wait, eyes popping out of my socket. Eyes popping out of my socket. And then I was at work, so I couldn't just, like, start laughing. So I was just sitting there, like, I had to stop reading because I was just, like, sitting there trying not to laugh. I was fucking cracking up at this shit.
Yeah, it was, it's hilarious, man. It's so jarring, especially from the tone of the first. Like, it's literally, like, 21 pages just for this setup. Like,
it is 21 pages for this whole setup of her having like this whole life-changing revelation and then instantly killing it,
which is crazy.
Which is fucking bonkers.
It was also very metaphorical.
Just look at that it's guts just everywhere, dude. It's wild.
It's also like super traumatizing. Also,
it is also like I can't imagine going through that. I would be traumatized for life. I would never talk to anyone.
Yeah, shout out to the next page where she vomits. Shout out Fujimoto. Vomit.
The king of vomit, just like blah. Denji's gonna run up. Oh.
Dude, I heard someone. I was reading on Twitter today, and someone was shitting on Chainsaw Man, and they referred to it as vomit manga. I was like, "That's actually awesome." I don't even care. That's actually awesome. Best name for it.
Yeah, I'll take that as a compliment. Like Fujimoto should take that as a compliment.
I think they'd all vote for me. I'd vote for me too. This is sad, dude. Just laying in bed. Bucky got a fucking grave in the back. They really like this chicken, dude. Genuinely.
No, he was great. I would also love a classmate that just makes egg puns.
I want to die. She's just cuddling up the blanket. She doesn't have a little chainsaw devil boy.
Yeah, that was the panel I was talking about. That was very Denji-esque.
Oh, for sure.
Also, how pissed off she looks in just this part right here.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Like, you weren't even sleeping to begin with. Please stop. Then we keep on going. It's her classmates, or I guess it's a classmate and then the teacher.
Yeah. Which is when it gets fucking insane.
And,
So, yeah, this is where we'll really get into it. Also, before we, like, super dive into it, I just want to say that, like, how Fujimoto draws the city here, like, his like, his backgrounds are amazing here. It looks like very cozy, just awesome.
Yeah. The city itself, like it was even a couple panels back. I really like his backgrounds. It's this part, like in the bottom right, and then also like this background, like all the buildings stacked on top of each other. It might sound a little bit weird to put it this way, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of Ready Player One, where they have like all the I don't know what you call it,
like very I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Very dystopian society.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like that kind of stuff. It's got one of my favorite genders, dude.
Crammed together buildings.
Yeah.
But then it goes nuts. It goes nutso. Which the class president proclaims that the teacher's been having sex with her, even though the teacher likes Asa, which is just insane. What an insane statement.
Fujimoto is a little messed up in the head, and I don't think he could go the whole chapter without bringing something up like that.
No, he every manga I've read by him always got something where like literally my whole eyebrow just go, huh? Like
you get the
how you did that with your finger and stuff.
I didn't believe in my faith that I could raise my eyebrow that high, but I was like, because every time, I swear, every manga,
the rock eyebrow raise happens.
For
fine boom sound effect.
But no, she made a contract with the Justice Devil. Yeah. That's a little bit of a weird choice. But I guess it might make sense for her to do that because she wants justice. She wants to be the one to get into the teacher's pants, I guess, and that's justice. I don't know. I'm just trying to make some sense of it. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me, but I'm trying to.
Yeah, you know what? It's crazy. We don't need to make sense of the crazy person who's screwing the teacher.
It's got a lot of heads on her shoulders, so...
Yeah. But, and then, obviously, I didn't realize this, I immediately thought it when I first saw the panel where she mentions it on the next page where she's like, trip her, she'll fall, and crush Bucky. And I was like, I actually initially thought that she crushed Bucky because she was standing so close to Asa when she tripped. So, and that was my immediate reaction. And then I was like, oh, she just fell. Like, she fell on her own feet. And then, I was right. I trust my intuition.
At which point, if she had done that without anyone else, like, help, I would have been like, oh, okay, so she's like the daughter of Kobeni, obviously.
And then, we go to the next page.
I know we're skipping the pages, but we got to hear what Trent thinks, too.
No. I have one thing, but something has to happen in the manga first. So I'm just we're
kind of just like going over the manga, and then we'll talk in like retrospect about the whole chapter.
Right. Okay, I was gonna be like, silence, Aiden. Trent needs to speak.
No, trust me. I'm way too excited for this. I will blurt out anything that I have to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then she gets her fucking face off. Oh my god, face slice off. Yeah, I slice faced off. Been an interesting day.
This thing looks like a deranged Daffy Duck.
It looks so cool. It looks. I don't know what it reminded me of, but I was like, I like it. It's cool. Yeah, it was her getting her face sliced open. It was like very much. I immediately was reminded of another manga, Golden Kamuy, and man, that was crazy that it just doubled back again. Because obviously, she signs her contract with the devil, and you get the immortal Asa, bro. These are some of the craziest panels I've seen in a long time.
Bro, ripped out the spine and made it into a fucking sword? That's sick.
It's so insane.
It is one of the sickest things I've seen in a while as well. It is awesome.
Yeah. If you haven't seen Golden Kamuy, forget it. But you can look it up.
Chainsaw Man right now, Aiden.
She's got the scar across her face, and it looks identical to the immortal Sugimoto from Golden Kamuy, which is really cool.
Immortal Asa.
The immortal Asa. And she just looks so badass. What a cool character. What a cool power.
Yeah. Ripping people's spines out, dude. I've always wanted to see a character like that. It's like some Mortal Kombat shit. I feel like people rip each other's spines out in Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah, they definitely do that.
All the time.
I just don't think that the human spine is shaped like that. So I think it also like that.
we will realize that there's other things the human body can't do that happens in this chapter. So we will definitely double back to that.
Yeah, but no, like just look at that. I love that it's a literal spine as a sword, and the guard is someone's head. Like I'd have some fun making this into a real prop.
It'd be crazy.
It'd be awesome.
That would be
I definitely want to see. I definitely want to see someone cosplay with the teacher's head skewered to a sword. That'd be insane. I feel like somebody's already working on that. Honest.
But the War Devil, that's crazy. That's got to be a big higher up, right?
Yeah, there's. I feel like we can get into this after, just because it's such a big topic. But apparently, and I've been reading a lot, that it means a lot in the grander scheme of all things Chainsaw Man, which we can get into.
Something I want to bring while this panel is on the page. Fujimoto's art definitely shines when he's drawing some grotesque, like crazy ass shit.
Oh, always.
Like this kind of reminds me of, I don't remember the exact name of the devil, but it's when they're in the hotel.
Yeah,
and Denji's inside. It kind of reminds me of that. And those are always like the best parts of Chainsaw Man, like the gun devil, anything that's fucked up. His art really shines.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
The Justice Devil looks like a bunch of ball sacks just like slapped together.
We were thinking it. He said
it. I know. Someone had to say it.
Absolutely. And then we jump over to the next page here, and
we
get another pun, which is a hand grenade.
Yeah,
I think that's great.
And also, please, if you do recall Human Anatomy, hands are not actually grenades, and nor do they can your
explode.
And that's what's going back to her ability, right? Like I'm thinking her ability is literally just to take people's like body parts and turn them into weapons.
Yeah.
Like that's her power, and I think that's sick.
Literally, yeah, it's so awesome.
Fujimoto's created gore, and this is just his bread and butter.
I could see her also having something kind of like Denji, where, like, obviously his power is chainsaws, but he also has the secondary power of eating things, and then they stop existing.
Yeah, I can see that. Get some more really cool action.
I absolutely love this panel so much.
That panel is probably the best one in the...
This is also where it kicked in, that it's literally like a schoolgirl with this crazy-ass scar, and she's got a human head and a spine as a sword. It's like the craziest thing ever. I feel like only Chainsaw Man. It's nuts.
And then just stabbing the sword into the person just so they can, like, snoop.
Yeah. And then she's like, there, happy ending. Debatable on the wholesome degree, but
wholesome. For Chainsaw Man standards, I'd say so.
Also, it is insane how many times in Fujimoto manga I've seen a shot either identical or very, very similar to this. This man loves his overly insane explosions. It's awesome.
I will just say, I know Key hasn't read it, so I won't say much more, but just a goodbye, Aerie. That's what this panel
Shout out, Goodbye, Aerie.
But
is this Goodbye, Aerie? Is that the character? Is that Aerie from Goodbye, Aerie?
Maybe. It's one of the heads.
Just you wait, Chainsaw Man. I'll make you vomit nuclear weapons back up.
This is something that I wanted to talk about a lot. So, when I first read it, the way I read it was Asa herself fighting with the War Devil's powers. But then, as I saw more people talk about it online, and then I even reread the chapter in full again, and I'm starting to feel that maybe Asa is dead, and then she's just a fiend, or I think that's the terminology that Chainsaw Man World uses.
Yeah.
So she's just a fiend that has the War Devil inside it, using her body.
Yeah.
What was it that he said? The War Devil. It was a couple pages back.
He said, "If you want to live,
your body will be mine.
Your body will be mine."
So it's 100% the War Devil. It's got to be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't. And now, of course, it's just been so long since I read Chainsaw Man. Isn't Denji a demi-fiend? Because he died and fused with Pochita.
Okay, yes.
So that's where I'm thinking she's in the exact same boat, and that's why there's so many things in this chapter that make me think back to chapter 1 of Chainsaw Man. So I think that's obviously, I feel like it's intention a little bit as well, and so that's where also I'm hoping that she'll kind of have like a moment. She's too cool of a character to be an antagonist all the way. Also, I just feel like her coming to appreciate Bucky immediately was like, damn. I feel like that was also set up for her and Denji to get along later as well.
Yeah,
for sure.
I do hope that we see more of Asa and less of War Demon inside of her body.
Yeah,
because the first half of this chapter is actually really, really beautifully written, and it really makes you like this character and want to see more of them. It'd feel kind of like a slap in the face to get that. I mean, it's not really, because Fujimoto's good at writing, so like usually anything he does is pretty good. But
what if
I think if he does that, oh sorry.
No, go ahead.
I will just say, I think if he does go like the whole War Devil route, there will always be a part of me that like will think like, what if Asa was just a character?
Yeah, and that's like, or like they can kind of like coexist. Like that's where I'm definitely hoping.
With just think of like Venom and Eddie Brock or something like that. You know, they just
or Itadori and Sukuna.
Yeah, there you go, like that. Yeah, exactly. Where they have like a mutual interest in doing something, and in this case, they both hate Chainsaw Man, so they're gonna work together to take him down.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a cool way to go about it. So that way you can have the War Devil play a part, and also have the character that you guys like a lot. I think she's pretty cool. I like her design a lot. I don't know if I'm really super attached to her yet, so I'd have to wait a couple more chapters. But when this first started, did anyone else also think that she was like the reincarnation of Makima from the last chapter we got?
When she was really young. Promotional art. I think I even said this on the last episode of our podcast. I did think it was there was promotional art, and we were talking about.
Yeah, this art.
Who do we think? No, it was the one with her holding the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But we're talking about who do we think this is, and I think it's Makima's reincarnation.
Yeah, I remember saying that now. Now that you said that, yeah.
But I definitely did think that for a little bit.
Do you think it could still be the case, or no?
I don't. I think this is a completely different character.
I also am pretty sure this is happening like pretty fairly soon after like the whole events of Chainsaw Man, meaning she would be so much younger.
I don't know, because if it happened so soon after, I feel like it at least some time has passed.
Maybe like a year or two.
You don't just get your name on a steam bun overnight, right? It has to take some time after.
Yeah, I would imagine probably about a year or two, give or take.
Maybe.
I that's kind of what I get from the feeling. I don't know, because he's.
I will say that.
Go ahead.
The Control Devil did look a lot more like Makima than this girl does.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously our style has changed, but I don't think Fujimoto's has changed that much.
No, I'd say it's more about the same.
Yeah.
I also think
it's not like JoJo. It's not like JoJo's where
it changes part
completely
by part.
different.
Yeah, no, I also think if it was Makima, or like I guess the reincarnation of the Control Devil, he would want this character to look way more like Makima, so you have that like semblance even in the back of your mind at all times. Also, then it would be the Control Devil and not the War Devil.
Yeah,
as well.
But I don't know. Has anyone had two devils yet? I don't know.
I don't remember. There's no way. But yeah, no. It was a really, really amazing chapter. I was actually very excited. Obviously, you know, I think I did mention it a little bit. I don't know on the podcast or not, but just had some concerns. Obviously, there's so much time has passed. There's such high expectations. Definitely being one of the most anticipated manga releases ever.
For sure.
And
the anticipation only got more and more after not only 2 years passed, but Look Back came out. That was amazing. Goodbye Eri came out. That literally fucking shattered the internet.
Yeah. There's also a huge community aware, even far more aware of Chainsaw Man, waiting the anime So like,
Yeah.
Right.
When the anime comes out, it's gonna be even bigger, and that's what you got to think about.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's huge. Once you get the anime, it's forget it.
Oh,
yeah.
I think Chainsaw Man has so much going for it, and it will definitely be something that's talked about for a really long time.
Oh, for sure. It's definitely seeing groundbreaking numbers for manga, especially in the Western audience, specifically. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was super happy with this chapter. I really like Asa's character. I like the design. Like, it's just like super cool. I feel like it's also crazy because it's like most manga, you always have to have like a super over sexualized like cool woman. You don't, not at all. And she fits like this just super cool spunky girl category. And I hope we get to see a lot more of her that way, because she's a really cool character.
That is something I was happy with when looking at the art. No one made her like weird. It was just like everyone knew that this was a badass character.
Yeah.
And that's all they were thinking about.
Yeah, just wait. Look, I know Chainsaw Man fans. I know Chainsaw Man fans. Okay, they turned Makima. Makima wears a fucking suit and tie. You can't sexualize that, but somehow they did.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if we're talking about our favorite genders, that's mine. So.
All right. But I've said my piece. What about you guys?
Just in general about the whole chapter.
About the whole chapter, yeah.
I don't know about you. I feel like there's a little bit more to talk about for sure. But Trent, I feel like you've also got some things to say. Go crazy, balls to the wall.
My main thing was just kind of wanting to speculate about who we think where this character's going to go. I will say I do think she's probably going to get some crazy ass transformation like Chainsaw Man got.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen that yet, so I'm excited. And I know there's some speculation, or not speculation, like in Chainsaw Man Part 1, I saw people talking about Makima brings up the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
And War was one of them. So,
War was one of them, as well as, was it Death and Hunger were the other 2?
Yeah. And then people are saying that Control is the 4th. So people are thinking that maybe each part is centered around a different Horseman of the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
So we've dealt with one maybe with Makima, but
yeah,
is just something. I think that's just something to keep on the back burner, and as we get more information and more things tied together, it'd be really cool to see that come up.
Yeah, which if that's the case. If it follows that like category of like them being like the 4 horsemen, then I feel like we'll definitely absolutely see Asa as an antagonist, like a completely antagonistic force.
Oh,
yeah, she's going after the boy, the Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
The hero, the protagonist, you know.
But I mentioned a little earlier, I definitely hope that she kind of like it's more of like a rivalry at first, and then they have like more of like a kind of team up thing going on, because I think also, as you realize when you look back at Chainsaw Man, there's like 6 characters, like literally only 6 characters with names alive from like Chainsaw Man Part 1, which is crazy. So I don't think
he's not afraid to kill off characters. So, you know,
Oh no, absolutely. Yeah. But also,
like the polar opposite of Oda.
I definitely think we need some more characters on the main cast. So
hey man, we got Kobeni.
Oh, absolutely! I can't wait to see her serve up some more McDonald's and shit. Rest in peace, Kobeni Car, though, the true trooper. But yeah, no, I'm just thinking that we definitely need some more like characters for sure, and more standout ones.
Yeah,
because
just a couple more.
The 6 that are alive, I like is literally.
It's like Denji, and then the old guy that trains them, and then it's like
we don't even
people I literally don't remember.
Wasn't forgive me, it's been a while since I've read it, but I thought that like Power was supposed to make some kind of comeback.
She made a comeback and then died again.
Yeah.
Wait, died again. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she did. Right. And then she did die. I forget.
She came back, and then Makima was just way too strong and killed her again.
That's fucked, dude.
Yeah,
it was really so sad. Because Power came back, and I was like, yeah, my favorite character. Makima killed her again. I was like, no!
Yeah,
I love that you're cutting out like these perfect moments.
It's like you're like as you were yelling, it was like getting muffled. It was fucking perfect. It was amazing. Yeah, no.
Gives our sound team some help.
Right. But you know,
Alright.
I also think like even just like conversing this, I also would love to see that he does not kill every single character around. Obviously, you're down to 6, so like, please, you can't do that. I really don't think you can. But also then I feel like it'll wear that effect as well. Like then you'll just kind of be like, no, you're already like numb to the death by the end of part 1 of Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm excited. Fujimoto has proven to me. When I first read Chainsaw Man, I was like, it's good. It's not the best writing in the world, but it is very, very interesting. I love Chainsaw Man. Not the most concise thing ever. And then I read Look Back, and I was like, this is really, really good. And then I read Fire Punch, and I'm like, makes less sense than Chainsaw Man did. And then I read Goodbye Eri, and I'm like, this guy's one of the best writers I've ever seen. So
I will say that Fujimoto has definitely improved at writing
so much,
and his art. I think a little bit.
Yeah.
Look Back had a better fight scene than like 99% of the stuff in Chainsaw Man. I will say.
Yeah.
So I was kind of worried that he did come out with a bunch of good stuff, and it was just his time to make another Fire Punch, maybe. Well, I mean, I love Fire Punch, but I think it was not something that floats everyone's boat. But I thought maybe we'd get something like that. But Fujimoto's just proven again and again that he's just a genius, and he will make everything good.
So much better as an artist and a writer. So I'm very excited to see like a lot of more his newer, I guess, more concise, like his newer writing style poured into Chainsaw Man. I'm looking forward to it like big time.
Yeah.
We don't have to wait a whole month or anything for a new chapter. It's coming out
weekly chapters. From what it seems, which is exciting.
I think I saw every Wednesday is the schedule. So
that's what it looks like. Yeah.
I'm excited to talk about it as it goes on.
Yeah, Wednesday's an interesting day, but it spreads our manga throughout the week, which is cool.
I like it because I got Downed on Monday. I have all of weekly at WSJ on Sunday.
Yeah, and then Wednesday you've got
Chainsaw Man. And then Kaiju number 8 is Thursday?
It's like random. It's like a random almost. Okay. I feel like it's monthly, but it's like sporadic with its releases.
At the start, Kaiju number 8 was more consistent, I think, but
yeah. I mean, you can't be that consistent with art like that. I mean, you have to be like a god here,
Yeah. Which I think Ruri Dragon manga might have learned that. Maybe. Because Ruri Dragon does have like consistently some of the best art for like 4 chapters straight, and then they're like, I have health problems. I'm like, ooh. Maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope they get better.
We're bleeding it. We're bleeding into our weekly talk now.
Yeah. But yeah, if you guys are new here, we do a weekly podcast talking about everything running in Weekly Shonen Jump. And we'll probably be doing a little, I guess, mini episodes covering Chainsaw Man. We'll see. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know. Let us know if you have any criticisms or anything you would like to see or tell us. Let us know. We're pretty fresh to this new Manga Panel podcast. So thank you guys for taking the time to check us out, listen to us. And I hope you enjoy or keep enjoying our content. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.